like Avengers. It's like that's fucking rocking it right now. It's making so much money. But of course, everyone. Yeah, I didn't talk to anyone that didn't like it. That's the thing. And whenever it's a movie like that or Black Panther or any of the big superhero movies, everyone's always like, it was great. I mean, aside from like Justice League, but all the Marvel ones, same thing. Everyone's always like, it's the greatest fucking thing ever. You didn't like it? Or when I went and saw Ready Player One, I fucking hated that movie.
Yes.
And literally, I walked out and there was this lady and she was like, well, what'd you think? And I said, I didn't like it at all. And she said, oh, no.
Just a random lady?
Yeah, just a random lady. Yeah, well, we had walked in at the same time, and I was walked out, and I was like, well, what'd you think? And I was like, I thought it was shit. But
wow. Well, we've been talking about that. I saw the movie too.
What did you think of Ready Player One?
I thought it was shit.
I thought it was shit. Yeah. I mean, I did a whole thing on it, and I talked about how I actually wrote an article on it on the Unfazed review.
I like that.
And I was pretty fuming when I read it. And my thing was I opened it up with saying that. Love Steven Spielberg, man.
Yeah.
Old Spielberg. What a great guy. I love Jaws. I love that he produced Back to the Future. I love Jurassic Park. I love Saving Private Ryan. What a great guy. Steven Spielberg rocks. Hook. He made so many wonderful contributions to cinema. Love him for that. That being said, moving forward to this new era, not a fan. I feel like something changed. Ready Player One was just trying way too fucking hard. It was hiding behind nostalgia, and it was throwing in all these 80s radio hits. And I love the 80s, man. I love the 80s. I love the references, but I felt like it was hiding behind those, and it wasn't authentic, and I didn't like it.
Yeah. The big issue I had is this was supposed to be the movie for gamers with gaming references, blah blah blah, and we're definitely at the point where gaming is mainstream for sure. It's it's up there with movies and everything.
And porn.
Porn. But all the big references that took time and dialogue were movie references.
Sounded like Obi-Wan for a second there.
Yeah, I had to burp.
Obi-Wan.
Were movie references. The Iron Giant. What the fuck? The Iron Giant's never been in a video game before.
Trying too hard.
I love that movie, but that was just out of nowhere. It didn't make any sense.
God.
The fucking King Kong in the beginning. That whole segment with the hotel from The Shining.
Yeah.
What the hell?
My thing was literally, I felt like they were treading on sacred ground. I love The Shining. I'm a very big fan of The Shining, the film, and I felt like. Literally, I even said that. I said it felt like they were walking with their shit-covered CGI boots through the halls. And it just felt... It just didn't feel authentic. It was kind of how many... It's almost like when you watch a really dumbed-down modern comedy movie and they throw in too many random references to pop culture that don't really make sense.
Right.
But they know if they say, Bob Saget's balls, everyone's going to laugh. And it's kind of it doesn't matter what it is. Or they'll be or even in the Avengers movie, they're you mean the great Kevin Bacon? Or whatever?
Yeah,
and it's almost like they know people are going to go, oh, what the heck, Kevin? And literally there's always those dumbasses in the audience that have to repeat the joke. They go, oh, Kevin Bacon, did you hear him? Because those people are stupid. And I don't like them. It's just frustrating, man. I feel like things are dumbed down to a point where it hurts, it's painful to watch, and no one calls them out. Yeah. Everyone's just like, oh, it was great, let's go see the next one, and nobody calls it out. Nobody says, hey, man, this is cheap.
Yeah, totally.
This is just a very low entry level of entertainment.
Definitely, yeah.
It's just kind of how many random references can we throw in?
There was that. It got really I thought it was gonna get dark and real at this point when that evil company targeted his family and blew them up.
Yeah,
and he didn't give a shit. Literally, in the next scene, he was flirting with that girl. Literally, it was so whoa.
He was truly unfazed.
It was truly just a piece of crap.
Yeah.
No, it was bad. It was bad.
I thought it was Miles Teller the whole time. It was some other kid, wasn't it?
It was some other kid.
Yeah, it kind of looked like it. Yeah, I don't know.
That was funny. That's funny.
I just was sitting there and watching it, and I was just my mind was going numb completely.
Yeah.
More than usual.
And then, so there was a terrible article that I had heard about that said it was actually bagging on the movie for not, using the film to say something about transgender rights.
Oh God.
Because there was that subplot where that guy
was actually a girl.
Yeah, it was actually a girl, and I thought that was actually tasteful and cool, and it made sense. I thought it was like a good plot twist or whatever. But this article is literally like essentially saying that wasn't enough, and they have this understood obligation that they have to do something about that.
Yeah.
And
I guess that critic was so upset he actually went and cut his dick off right after, and he made a statement with it.
Yeah, I don't. Oh man, like guys, there are other messages that writers want to write about, and that the world maybe needs to hear.
It doesn't always have to be a SJW spin.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
really
and it's kind of like if you want to go, shout through megaphones about that, or write an angsty post about it. Sure, go ahead. You're entitled to have your opinion.
And if that's what the movie is about, then that's fine. But if it's not, then don't just like throw that in there because you feel obligated. That's being untrue to your art and cheapening it and just making it crap.
Politics and film go together.
Yeah.
Peanut butter and jelly, man.
Yeah, no, yeah. I mean, yeah, and just like that Childish Gambino video, sometimes art can be used as a vehicle for political thought, but it's not obligated to, and a lot of the times if it's not done very carefully, it cheapens it and it dates it and it makes it just dumb.
Sometimes they try too hard. When everyone tries to have a very entry-level political commentary, it makes things very...
it's pointless.
It's very obvious and just very weak, and it feels flimsy unless it's really well thought out.
Yeah, and I think the Marvel's movies do that tactfully. They do it very sort of... just by casting alone and whatnot. In Black Panther, that's totally cool. But the movie that does it horribly, and I was just watching, or the movie franchise that does it horribly, and I was just watching a YouTube video about this earlier that maybe I'll link in the description, that I really vibed with, I really agreed with, was Star Wars. How they're sort of making those political agendas center stage.
Yeah,
and those are killing the movies. They really are.
The new Star Wars, the Disney-owned Star Wars, fucking sucks.
Terrible.
I just want to throw that out there, man. Like, if you guys like it, I'm really sorry for you. Like, I think they're terrible, dude.
I think this Han Solo movie that's going to be coming out is going to do it in. It's going to be the one to make everyone turn it off finally.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I hope.
We'll see.
It
looks like it's trying a little too hard to be like Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, it looks just unbelievable.
It feels like there's no excitement.
Yeah, no.
Well, I think everyone loves Han Solo so much, and he's such an important character, and not having Harrison Ford there, it's not going to work.
It's not going to work. Yeah.
I mean, and if it does, I fear for the future.
Yeah.